Melissa West here. Hey, I want to share a lesson with you that has had a huge impact on all of my clients because we all face the same challenge, and that's the challenge of time. The challenge of feeling like we have enough time to do and accomplish all that we want is very rare. It can be so frustrating when it feels like there just are not enough hours in the day to build and live our dreams. And here's the deal with time. Our dreams, they don't become our reality by accident or by default. They need us. They need our time. They need our attention in order to grow. And there's no way around it. However, one of the greatest objections that I hear from prospective clients as well as actual clients is that, Melissa, I just don't have the time. Well, my initial thought is you just don't have the time not to chase and go after and build your dreams. You trade the days of your life for where you spend your time. And as much as I understand that objection, I understand where they're coming from, I don't always believe that it's truly a time issue. Let me explain. When it comes to time, there's no discrimination. No one gets more or less. You can't buy it no matter how rich you are, and you can never get it back once it's passed. So how is it that some people can accomplish so much and create an amazing life and business that they love? What do they know that I don't know? Here's what I know. We have been given creative abilities, and it's our duty to create a life that allows us to serve and contribute at our highest ability. That's my job, that's your job, that's everyone's job. Those who master the art of making time where there is no time are positioned for success and fulfillment. They are the ones who are maximizing not just their investments, but also their true potential. Therefore, in order to design and create and live a business and life you absolutely love, even while you have a ton on your plate, it requires us to learn to create time where there is no time. My intention with this lesson is to help you maximize every moment of every day so that you can create a more successful, more fulfilling life and business. Yes, even while you are super busy and you have a ton on your plate. Now, here's some hard truth. To say I don't have enough time, I think is really just a lack of clarity on how to use your time best that achieves what matters most to you. When I started building my business from scratch, I had no idea how I was going to get done all the things that I wanted and needed to get done. I had this big dream, but come on, I worked full time. I was going to school to get my master's degree. I had a busy social life. I had responsibilities around the house. So how was I going to do it all? See, on the surface, I couldn't see more than maybe 30 minutes here or 10 minutes there. But I knew that that wouldn't be enough. If anything, those few minutes here and there were just going to be a tease. I needed to dig deep and make some new decisions on where and how I was spending my time. So I dug deep, real deep. And with the help of my mentors and my peers, I was able to come up with a real foolproof time management process. I call this process my 4 steps to make time where there is no time. So like I said earlier, we've all been given creative abilities, and it's our duty to create a life and a business that allows us to serve and contribute at our highest ability. I want to see you maximize your investments and your true potential. I want you to live the life that you have always dreamed of and that you deserve. So I'm going to help you do that by sharing with you my 4 steps to making time where there is no time. So here's step 1. Step 1 is to exercise the law of priorities. The law of priorities says that leaders understand activity is not necessarily accomplishment. John C. Maxwell, the #1 leadership expert in the world, who is also both a friend and mentor of mine, says this regarding the law of priorities. He says, when we are busy, we naturally believe that we are achieving, but busyness does not equal productivity. Activity is not necessarily accomplishment. Prioritizing requires leaders to continually think ahead and know what's important and to know what's next and to see how everything relates to the overall vision. That's hard work. Prioritizing causes us to do things that are, at the least, uncomfortable and sometimes downright painful. He's right. So don't miss out on really understanding what John Maxwell is saying here. He's talking about really knowing and having crystal clear clarity on your purpose and vision, and then prioritizing your time and your activities to honor and serve that grander purpose and vision. In order to truly prioritize, you must know your purpose and vision, period. If you want to break out of this torturous cycle of feeling like you never have enough time, then you must have clarity on your purpose and your vision. It makes decision making with your time so much easier. And then you can align yourself with what matters most to you. You can be busy all day long and not really get anywhere purposeful. I say become addicted to purposeful progress, not busyness. Progress is what makes us humans happy. Seek purposeful progress, not exhaustion from empty busyness. When you know what you want and why you want it, it's so much easier to create an action plan and an accountability plan that honors it. You'll achieve your greatest accomplishments so much faster than aimlessly just taking on more and more purposeless tasks and projects. So have clarity. Know what you want, why you want it, and how it serves your highest and greatest good. So do you have clarity? If I were to ask you to articulate your purpose and your vision in just a few sentences, could you do it? Your very first step is to prioritize your time through your purpose and your vision. And that requires us to make some sacrifices, which leads me to step 2. So step 2 is to exercise the law of sacrifice. Now, the law of sacrifice says that a leader must give up to go up. You know, when I started building my business, I was waking up 2 hours early every single day, and that was a sacrifice. It was painful. It took a lot of effort. And I would say, though, pretty quick, it began to have a tremendous reward for that sacrifice. I loved seeing my progress and my transformation every morning. Remember, it's progress that makes us happy humans. So see your sacrifices as a pathway to your purposeful progress. I gave up sleeping in, I gave up my lunch hours, I gave up some hobbies, I gave up weekend time. I spent a ton of money on myself and on my business. And on the surface, that may sound really difficult and big sacrifices, but honestly, there were times that was difficult, but honestly, I gained more than I ever could have imagined. My freedom as a business owner, getting to live my dream, work with and meet some of the most amazing people on the planet, to make more money in 1 year than I did in 5 years combined, to feel alive and fulfilled, to feel powerful, and to know that I'm making a contribution in the world in a way that is in alignment with what I've been designed and created to be and do. That's priceless. I am now a better person, a better friend, mom, wife, businesswoman because of those sacrifices. I would never have made it to where I am without making those sacrifices. I would still be working my 9 to 5, chained to my desk, being a robot throughout the day, feeling like something was missing and not really making the difference and the contribution that I have been put on this planet to make. So yeah, no thanks. I gladly sacrifice. What sacrifices are you willing to make in order to live your dreams? Your next step is to determine what sacrifices you need to make. Once you decide, you then may wonder, well, how on earth am I going to find the time to do these things? Which leads me to step 3. Step 3 is then to take inventory of your time. Before you can take big action and move forward, you must first take an inventory of your time. You need to know what your starting point is. You can't go from point A to point B if you don't even know what point A is. You need to know what you're working with first. So first you want to create a tracking sheet of your entire week. Yes, Monday through Sunday, from morning until night. I want you to track in 15-minute increments to capture everything that you're doing throughout the day. Like I said, in 15-minute increments, 30-minute max. But I want you to look for non-purposeful, non-productive activities. These are things that don't really contribute to your purpose or to your vision or to your growth. So I know this is a pain in the butt to sit down and capture your daily activities for the entire week in 15-minute increments. Yes, it is. But I guarantee you this, that you will find more time than you think. I had no idea how much time I was wasting on non-purposeful, non-productive activities, such as just watching hours of TV, browsing the internet for hours, sleeping in every morning. Before I knew it, I had over 3 hours per day that I could put toward building my business. In a whole week, that's 21 hours. That's a part-time job right there. It's amazing how quickly and easily you'll find hours of time to use more purposefully once you do this activity. Now, step 4 then is to get real creative with using your autopilot time. Take a look at your tracking sheet where you inventoried your time. Ask yourself, what are the things that you're doing that don't require much of your conscious awareness, but rather they are activities that you are doing primarily out of habit. So, for example, habitual things might be, you're showering every morning, you're getting ready, you're making meals, you're sitting down and eating, you're driving, you're working out, you're standing in line at the grocery store, at a waiting room, you're making your bed or cleaning up around the house, doing dishes. These are what I call autopilot activities. They don't really require much of your conscious thinking. So believe it or not, most people are actually on autopilot 70% of their day. What if you purposefully took a portion of that time and used it to invest in yourself? What if you took that time and you listened to an audiobook or you watched a training video? If you're building your business and you're looking, or you're just looking to better yourself, it's amazing how you can turn those autopilot activities into time to learn and grow with purpose. Talk about a return on your time. I bring my tablet everywhere I go. I bring it into the kitchen. When I'm cooking, I'll watch a video or listen to an audiobook. I'm constantly listening or watching something, constantly. Just this morning, I was listening to Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins, one of my favorites. Listening all the time, in my car, at the grocery store. I'm listening while I'm waiting in line, anywhere. I always have my iPod or my headphones in. It just makes it so easy to learn and grow all the time. And sometimes it's only 10 or 15 minutes at a time, but it adds up throughout the day. And you can use your tablet, you can use any MP3 player, your smartphone usually plays audio files and videos. And I'd estimate that you should easily be able to find at least an hour a day. And that adds up. That's 7 hours per week, and that's almost a traditional full workday right there. So get creative with how you use your autopilot time. As you put together your action plans and your accountability plans, and you're asking yourself, where on earth am I going to find the time to do this? Just remember these 4 key steps to make time where there is no time. Remember, number 1, exercise the law of priorities. Number 2, exercise the law of sacrifice. Number 3, take inventory of your time. Number 4, get creative with your autopilot time. Now, every time I share these 4 steps, the number one barrier that people face is that they don't have clarity on their purpose and vision. And that's the starting point to everything, so they don't get too far. They sort of know what it is, but they don't have crystal clear clarity. And honestly, not having clarity on your purpose and your vision is the number one reason why so many people struggle to master the art of making time where there is no time. If you want to break out of the torturous cycle where you feel like you never have enough time, then you must have clarity on your purpose and your vision. Period. Since most people struggle with this, and I want to help you, I have created a live workshop called Blueprint for Success, where I help you create your own unique blueprint for your own success that captures your specific purpose, vision, passion, and plan, and guides you to what your next step is for living into and from your purpose. You really can't go forward and expect to build a life or a business of significance without clarity and direction and confidence in this area. It's sad, but so many people invest more time and energy into planning a vacation than planning their purpose-driven life and business. Now, by the end, of this workshop, you will not only feel this spark that has been ignited inside of you, but you'll also see a new path forward for your life and your business that you've designed. You will have a life and a business plan where every single day of every minute of every day, you are truly living in alignment with your highest and greatest good. And you are fulfilling your greatest calling. I want that for you because you are created not to settle. You are not here just to be busy. You were created for greatness. So don't wait. Take your first step now. Come spend the day with me at my Blueprint for Success workshop. It's going to be on October 20th here in Raleigh, North Carolina. I want you to start immediately living into your greatness. Now you can go to bfsworkshop.com, that's bfsworkshop.com, to find all of the details of this workshop that are on October 20th. So I hope to see you there. Keep chasing after those dreams, my friends. Bye.